Okay, I've briefly spoke to this, and we'll just go over it again just for continuity, and that is that there is not going to be a civil war in the United States, because for there to be a civil war, there needs to be two or more entities, governments, churches, ideological bodies, so bodies of thought. There need to be two or more entities to vie against each other. There cannot be a disparate population fighting with the superpower of the world and call that a civil war. So you need an entity. You need, as I said on last week's episode of Going Free, that you need a colors. I use the phrase colors. You need a standard to which to join to pledge allegiance. You need a group of people to orbit a gravitational center that is an ideology, it's a religion, it's a government, it's a something like this, and that ideology, religion, government, etc., can communicate its ideas, its truths, its policies, its plans to that body of people who pledge allegiance to it. You need a physical entity to which people can pledge their allegiance in order to have a civil war. So it is immensely, it is superbly stupid to believe that there could be a civil war when there isn't an entity to fight against the United States. So that in and of itself, and then what you have very often where you have people say, well, there could be this or there could be that kind of scenarios, is they keep shifting, they keep moving the goalposts. They keep saying, well, what if this? What if that? You can't base plans or speculations or your understanding of our environment based on these endless what ifs. What if this great scenario happens this way? Or what if that scenario happens this way? That's not how you make plans. That's you don't have this fantastical notion about how something might happen, and you start down this road where you extrapolate from half from reality, half from fantasy, and build some sort of policy around that, build some sort of program around that. You build for the context in which you are in. It's like selling products to people right now. You build your system for the context you are in, and you pace the people that are in that context, and then you bring them, you vector them in the direction that they need to go to create new contexts, so that you can then take appropriate steps to take availability of the opportunities, to make the most of those opportunities in those contexts that then present themselves. If you are alone in your basement and you have an AR-15 and you have the Turner Diaries and you're just waiting, then nothing is going to happen. You are powerless, and you never can become a part of something of greater value and of power, because you're not out there doing the actual hard work. And that's what goes to this process of believing in this idea of civil war, believing that sabotage is going to somehow destabilize the United States.